Good afternoon, you guys. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Now listen, you're going to hear my voice change into different modes because I'm so excited about this new information I came across. So I'm going to try to just speak concisely and clearly, and also wrap this information into tarot and how you can use it, because this is about pure saucy human magnetism. I mean, this is making you man literate, woman literate. These are the keystones of attraction, and this is this new course I'm going to be doing. If you want to stick by the end, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what it is, but I'm integrating it into this reading because I feel that you guys you're starting to scratch the surface of it, and it's amazing. Like this process, I just took this course and I'm starting to learn about it. And I take very few courses because these people better be prolific and get some amazing information in their courses. Otherwise, I feel like I've already studied it. This stuff is such a fresh new perspective, and I have been up since 5 a.m. studying this, and I'm really reeling this stuff in and absorbing it so I can relate it to you. And later, I'm going to be releasing to you guys on Patreon this information, and I swear I've already tried it twice today, just one of the 20 techniques, and I'm getting the response times 10 that I would thought from each individual. It really is amazing. And I mean, this is not to manipulate, okay? Because we're talking about the hottest thing being traded in the emotional marketplace is emotion, right? So if we evoke the right emotions out of the right people, we can get them to want to be around us all the time, protect us, do things for us. They see us differently, and it doesn't matter what we look like, what we sound like. It doesn't matter. It's because it's a primal urge that comes from the reptilian brain that wants to correct things and wants to be a certain way and wants to, make you really feel about them how they see themselves in their perfect light. And when you start to use these little triggers for their emotion that make them think that's a possibility, but you're not available 100% of the time, it absolutely works. So what this is going to be about is how you can tap into your emotional gold mine, right? And really, it's amazing because, you can make somebody's day. You can actually be like an opiate to them because, of course, our brain wants to feel good and we want to feel emotionally loved, cared for, strong. And in a lot of these senses, it's how a woman can evoke all these emotions in a man. And instead of them, just say if it's a marriage that you've been in for a while, instead of them doing something with resentment, they can no longer do enough for you. I have tried this stuff on Ian. I am serious. My mind is blown at this. I mean, I'm a kind person, but we have set a sort of type of way of living together, and our reactions sometimes just come right out of our subconscious. It's ridiculous. The subconscious always wins because it clicks. Boom, there you go, and it's off and running, right? But now if you can trigger these attraction switches, it's really like possessing a McLaren. So unless you can drive, stuff can get out of hand. So with anything that's related to psychology, it's very heady stuff. So, it's not to be used to be manipulative, but it is to sort of let everybody live a good kind of reality and know they're cherished. It's really amazing. It's I can't even get over it. So I got to start, otherwise I'll lose my mind. I'm just excited, and I'll probably have to. I've never in my other videos had to stop and restart anything, but this information makes me so excited that I start sounding like Quentin, like a crazy person talking about their films. So I'm going to slow my roll. So this is about being in intrigue mode, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a state of intrigue. If a man or woman is fueled by uncertainty surrounding your true feelings, you successfully pulled them in with your unclear answers. In essence, you have left them a trail of breadcrumbs to follow you. It's very weird. You can't just give up all the answers right away, too. You have to sort of, It's a timely method, but I'm very excited. So anyway, we're going to start and see what's going on and how things are working for you in your emotional marketplace right now, okay? So right now we've got number 1 is going to be solar deity. Nope, that slipped down. Number 2 is seeker of chalices. I need to get a wand or something I can point with because I'm far away from my, I'll use this marker. So solar deity is number 1. Number 2 is Seeker of Chalices. And number 3 is Sage of Flames. Okay, we're going to begin right away. And I'll let you make your choice, and I'll tell you a little bit about each one of these and sort of what's going on and how I feel it pertains. I don't even need the book at this point. I feel like I'm channeling very quickly. I'm very excited, and this information came to me intuitively. And right when I joined this program, it was funny. The woman was like, you know what, you've already won. She's like, 99% of people think they already know all this. And she's like, it is so unique and so profound right away. And intuitively, this just came up as I was doing research right away. I never just pressed get it, join this. I usually do a lot of investigating. I read maybe 5 pages, because this is like, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages, this course. And I was like, every word is like ambrosia. I'm so excited about it. So solar deity, we're going to start with that, number 1. So this is about the sun being our major deity, right? All the clans and tribes and everything, the sun is usually what their deities would revolve around, right? Apollo, the sun god, Ra, all, traditionally the sun is a provider of life. So in this particular thing, I feel like passion is the fire, and passion can direct us, right? So when, again, we want to realize how we can connect with other, and the hottest thing absolutely being traded is emotion. You know what I mean? When somebody can tap into that primal need to want somebody to protect them or do things for them, or our unconscious mind always pops in and takes over. It really does. It has several times more influence than anything else. No reason or hesitation can account for an eruption of the subconscious mind. It just clicks it. It's that fight or flight, right? It's amazing. So considering the lack of awareness of what goes on in the different chambers of our mind, it's no wonder people struggle with attraction sustainability as well, because the fire can go out. And that's the message in this. If you don't have any awareness of what's triggering somebody to want to be with you, to align with you, to listen to you, to find you a saucy individual, you have to get literate on this. And the logical mind will partner with the unconscious mind. Okay, with the unconscious mind is feels and reacts. Okay, and the logical analyzes and plans. So if we're continually logical, we're not tapping into that unconscious trigger of somebody to make them, want to propose to us, want to be with us, set their heart on fire, make them not get enough of us. And there's all these lovely things that you can do, and it'll help you garner strong emotional insights. So let's see what's going to go on. I'm going to just pull these all right out. So you have Ace of Orbs, which is beautiful. Yeah, soulmate. Yeah, you're going to be very cool. And Astrid. Okay, I'm going to start with Astrid. Okay, so Astrid speaks of love life, sensuality, and fertility. And that's amazing that this came up at the beginning with this, because the soulmate is also next to it. So first I'm going to connect these and tell you what's going on. So part of this is that, the best way to describe this is when you're pulling in your soulmate and you're talking to them in the love fire. This is something where we're tapping into the male reptilian brain. A lot of this can be male, female, but this is for a female if she's with a male. So the best way to describe this is it seeks to maximize your pleasure and minimize your discomfort. So the reptilian brain will compel you to seek the good things and avoid the painful things. This is a way to increase your chances at survival. So if you say something to a man, say, you've already gotten 8 on my checklist, but there is something a little strange about you. Right away, the reptilian brain is fascinated, like, whoa, is it 8 out of 8? Is it 8 out of 10? Because it's questions, and it's like they're creating boundaries and ideas, and then they're also going, they're starting to question, well, what am I lacking? What do I want to do? This is a challenge. Men love a challenge. Right away, they're like, whoa, what is this? And most people don't go through life listening to their reptilian brains, but it holds a great deal of influence when it comes down to it. Those are the 2 main rules in a lot of men's brain. Like, they try to harness in whatever the damage is. Like, what are the other 2 things that I'm not doing? And when you say something, it's not insulting, but it's like, yeah, you're a little off, or you're a little strange. They're trying to work that out. And what's your checklist for them? And it's amazing. And it fires all these synapses, and they can't almost get a hold of reason. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, and all these tests have been run, and it's crazy. People, if you use this in text, if you use this in messages, people get back to you, honest to God, within 60 seconds if they can, and definitely if they're doing something directly after that. You know what I mean? I've seen the tests and it's crazy, and I actually was doing one as well, and it really is something else. So let's see what's going on with the Ace of Orbs. And this is about a new beginning. Absolutely, it's a fresh perspective. You're going to go out there, you're going to be trying this. You know, it's all this beautiful energy of successfully using these love attraction lines and pulling people in, and using, there's certain cues you can use, you know, like nothing major or maybe, or throwing things in where people, you know, they're peaked, right? Because the love hormone is completely responsible for the way that you identify a certain man you see out there as the one, right? So when the love hormone is activated, your brain's pleasure reward zone has made an executive decision on that person, and it wants to see them more often. And in exchange, you can flip that switch on them, and it's very poignant. Now, you know, there is such solid results that I am and others are getting that it really is it's mind-blowing. So when you're ready to understand, it's just a few words can trigger a man's protective instinct, his reptilian brain, his love hormone, and boom, you're off and running. And it's like you're going to learn part of this. And part of it is I'm going to be doing a series. Keep on watching. I think I'm going to try to do one every other day on this and new results, because I mean, it is a lot of, it's a lot of research material, and I'm just trying to get the bonus aspects and really refine it and distill it. So it's, you know, there's no excess, or there's no fat on it. I'm trimming all the fat so you can get directly to the point. Okay, so that's you guys. Yeah, you're going to start to implement some of this stuff, and again, you're going to have your pure saucy magnetism, and you're going to be pulling these people in, and you're going to be on fire. And I think it's very unique how, you know, you've got this fresh perspective. I mean, I am no fool. I don't believe in a lot of tactics, and I don't like to call them tactics. I call them methods. And the reason I think it's important to have these things is so we can communicate better and treat each other well. When we play on the right emotional chords, it works out for everybody. People feel loved, cherished, and they want to stay in that energy, right? It does become like an opiate. And because there are very few phrases and ways to go about that, whether marriage, someone new, or someone, if you're on a first date and you want to flip that emotional trigger, which makes it a successful date, there's so many ways to do that. So again, I'll probably tack on a second video onto this, like a quick thing. I'm going to just do whatever I can in the time that I have, you know what I mean? So that's you guys. If you're new to the channel, that's your energy. And I look at that. You're our solar deity. It's about fire. It's about passion for you guys right now, for sure. So now we're going to go on to number 2, which is Seeker of Chalices. And I like, in this, if you guys are curious about these cards, they're actually the Syrian Starseed Tarot, and they're quite remarkable. And it works with the same premise as the tarot, but they have the seeker, the sage, and the master. So when you ask who the seeker is, it's like when one awakens to the wonder of spirit, they recognize that there's greater purpose in life than what can be gleaned in the sensate physical world, right? The transformation will start to begin, and the seeker reaches out. They're searching for more. There's a youthful, very feminine quality about the seeker, which is not necessarily about age or gender. It's about the beauty of spiritual awakening. So the seeker needs guidance. She is very unprepared and still learning about the suit. While there is a spiritual immaturity in this essence, it carries a sense of childlike wonder and an innocence that is very disarming. So this particular group, you're lovely because you want to know, you want to learn, and you want to expand, and you're not some big what do you call those, anyway, you're just not some know-it-all who is like, oh, my cup is already so full, runneth over. I have no more time for anybody's knowledge. I know everything. Those people don't go anywhere and expand anymore because their ego is taken over at that point, and they're just spewing facts, and they're not really about the meat on the bones, the pure information that's going to help them grow. You know what I mean? Again, they're all about that logical mind of, oh, well, I know A, B, and C, so I must know it all, which we constantly are in learning mode, right? There's a lot of lack of awareness in a lot of areas of other lives because we can't know everything. So what this is about is what you're going to choose to focus on. And I feel like this group, you're going the spiritual route too. And through that, you will be a seeker of love, information, and knowledge. Yeah, you got the 2 of crystals. So yeah, which is, in this, it's pentacles. And it's going to provide you with the power you need. And you also, oh, I love that you got Frisia. So it's about readiness, bounty, and plenty. So you are ready. You're ready to step into this power and gain this knowledge, and with it comes power. I'm telling you, when you have love information that shows how to tap into these emotional gold mines and get people on your side immediately and want to do things for you, want to be around you, you really do become almost like a drug to them. So you do have to be careful, because I've implemented this a couple times when people have been really obstreperous and they've been whatever. The weird thing is they can, all of a sudden you become too much of a magnet and they rely on you, and they see you almost as an opiate, because you're giving them the emotional fulfillment they need in terms of the phrases that, you make me feel protected. There's certain things that tap into a male psyche, and when they hear it, it actually it releases endorphins and all these things that make them feel great. So you do have to be careful with this power, because people they'll want to be near you and connect with you almost to a point where you have to draw back a bit and not make them overly reliant on you and your good opinion of them, because it becomes almost like the breath they breathe when some of these techniques are put into place, because anything that plays on, again, emotional heartstrings can be very powerful. The magnetism, it's keystones of attraction, and when you can tap into them, it gets pretty heady for sure. I mean, you can become an expert navigator without manipulation, okay? Because you really want to unleash the love potential and the connectivity, right? But they can be emotional time bombs, because people are like, oh, I need more of that, I need more of that. So you really have to watch, and have it be for prolonged affection. And you really will appear spectacularly unique to these people. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing. And I feel like that's going to start to open up for you. And again, when I do this course, I am so excited, because it's just going to be me taping and talking, and I'm going to be using cards and stuff along with this too, because I want this for people. I want them to be able to connect on such a warm, loving level where each person feels so innately cherished and loved that they want to be in each other's company, right? Relationship, it's funny, although I'm clairaudient and I can hear messages and all this stuff, my number one thing is clear communication for people, whether it's couples, friends, or whatever. When you have that and you have loving bonds, you have respect, you have integrity, authenticity, you can change the world. You can change your family dynamic. When your children see you acting like you cherish and love your significant other, and vice versa, then your kids feel safe in that, and then they start to behave that way. So it's a domino effect of tapping that first one and it just going right down the line. Respect, love, integrity, all those things, connectivity, and everybody feeling just like worshipped and loved, and it's wonderful. So that's your energy, you guys. Very beautiful. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below for my private reads, everything. Those take precedence. My Etsy store has all my handmade jewelry, and if you want, I can custom make stuff that actually attracts love. I do a lot of work with rose quartz, and anything that you see I can pretty much duplicate, and I've been doing a lot of custom orders, and those are some of my favorite things to do. I like to make things very specific for people and their chakras that need work and things like that. But rose quartz is an amazing and powerful stone. It's also relaxing and peaceful, as well as the stone of self-love and acquiring love. So that's you guys. Beautiful. If you're new to the channel, like I said, please like and subscribe if you like this video. Yeah, and get ready with this card. This hasn't come up yet. This is really, you're ready. You're ready for this bounty. You're going to be able to handle it. You're going to have the tools, and I'm hopefully going to provide them for you, because I'm rarely like just out of the gate so stoked that I can't wait to do something. I'm like really excited. So anyway, now we're on to number 3, which is the Sage of Flames. So the Sage, I love these cards because they have the Seeker, the Adept, the Master, the Sage. And the Sage is the ultimate female authority. However subtly or powerfully she demonstrates her deep understanding. Some think of her as the great mother or matriarchal leader. Certainly, she has journeyed far on her path and has accomplished a great inner experience. Knowing spirit, she has an impressive ability to guide others with healing, teaching, and serving as a guide. The Sage is a female counterpart to the Master, the yin aspect of yang. She is the queen, the priestess, the medicine, the woman, the earth mother. She offers all the archetypal figures in the role models of feminine power. And this is quite unique in that we are talking about this, pulling in this undeniable love force and triggering these attachment switches and plugging into the right emotional socket so people can feel that, you have something to offer them and they you. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just, everything seems like you're the hottest thing on earth when you apply some of these things, and you have a lot of potential for power when you have them. So you really are given the key of love by the universe, okay, when you say and do the right things that emotionally tap into somebody. Again, the pure saucy human magnetism. It loves to be tapped into, and once awakened, there is strong emotional insights on everybody's part. It's like mind reading. It really is. Okay, Poops, go over that way. Okay. I'm going to have to lure her onto my lap. Come here, sweetie. She needs attention right now. Okay, so we're going to see what's going on for you guys right now. Yep, see, 2 of chalices. Woo! Inspired warrior. Nice. So that's basically 2 talking about the love warrior. But I want to pull out your... I'll get your other card after because I have a cat being a super a-hole at the moment. Okay, she's situated. Oh yeah, so look, you have also flame of inspiration too, as well as inspired warrior. All this is about fire, I'm telling you. Sage of flames, this is crazy. Inspired warrior and the inspiration of flames. This is a flame, and then 2 of chalices. In this group too, you're actually calling in your soulmates using some of these techniques unbeknownst to you. A lot of people intuitively, when they get in touch with themselves, and I call it the Aphrodite connection, it's when you really understand the language of love. And when we show somebody we cherish them without being over reliant on them, their happiness or attention, there is a perfect balance. When we show them, listen, I'm interested in you, and I think that you have this, this, and that, and then you pull back a little bit, and then you're using these lovely magnets where that is a type of power that breaks through walls, right? And you can successfully use these love traction navigators, and things just come to you. Because the truth of the matter is, they're seemingly magic words for everything. You would think they're just words, but they are a kind of magic, because every word is embedded with a set of kind of emotional instructions in us, in our subconscious. So, when we get a gut feeling that makes you feel like somebody is meant for a certain person, a certain job, or a song that pulls you to you, and it releases these love hormones, and it activates indirect mental associations with you if you have implanted it. And that's what you're doing, and you're actually going to pull in your soulmate doing this. You want people to think of you a certain way and in a certain dimension, and it just keeps cementing the fact that you're the one, and you're going to be using this fiery energy. So that's the messages for you guys. That was it. It was like, bam, just that's it. Your love is coming. You're already starting this process. And again, I'm going to be running through some of these things that you can have. You can flip those switches, you can get those triggers going, you can get that emotional connectivity, the responses you want, and just set this friggin' thing on fire. Yes. So that's you guys. Love and light to you. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below. If you'd like to support my channel, you can check out my Patreon page, where I'm going to offer this course for free. All my patrons are going to get this course for free, and it's going to change some lives. It's already changing mine. And I mean, I thought I had this figured out. No way. Like, I feel like the biggest friggin' apprentice after I read this stuff. I'm just like, I'm so excited. So I got to go calm down and have a cup of tea now.